Students, I hope you have completed your homework of chapter 4. You can send your assignment to the school email ID for correction. Write down the email ID dpsj help HELP desk DESK at gmail.com. Now today we are going to study about the 4 domains of the earth. So take your SST book and turn to page number 40. The 4 domains of the earth. Look at the picture here. What do you see in this picture? Yes, you can see land, water, birds, trees, clouds, water, air, land, and all living things that could be human beings, land animals, water animals, birds, all these make up 4 domains of the earth. Look at your book. Water, air, land, and all living things make up the 4 domains of the earth. A domain is a region that has its own special features. The 4 domains of the earth are the hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. In these 4 words, sphere used at the end of the word means a region that surrounds a planet. So what does sphere means? Yes, region. Now we will learn about each domain in details. First, hydrosphere. What does mean hydro? Yes, hydro means water. Although water on earth makes up the hydrosphere, as you learned earlier, most of the earth's surface is water. If you go by the percentage, how much water is there on earth? Yes, 70%. And how much land is there? 30%. Good. Water is found in 3 forms: liquid, solid, and gas. When water is heated, it turns into water vapor. This is called evaporation. When water vapor cools, it turns back into water, and this is called condensation. I'll give you an example. You can do an experiment at home, but don't do it alone. Do it with in the presence of your mommy or daddy. Okay? See, children, you can see water is being boiled. Now you take a lid and put it on top. Slowly put it up. Water is being heated up, and this water vapor is going up. Okay, and since the lid is there, this water vapor will get stuck there. And if you take this lid still little up, this water vapor will slowly cool down and droplets will form in the lid. Okay, children, look at here. Droplets are formed here, and this process is called condensation. So, children, now you know what is called evaporation and what is called condensation. When water is being boiled and water in the form of gas going up, it is called evaporation. And when the water vapor cools down and forms small droplets of water, it is called condensation. Good. Look at the book. Evaporation and condensation of water happen on earth. The sun heats up the water in the seas. It evaporates and forms clouds. The clouds move up where it is very cold. Here the water vapor in the clouds cools. It changes back into water. This falls as rain. In very cold places, it falls as snow. This is called precipitation. Some rainwater falls on the seas, lakes, and ponds. Some seeps into the ground, and some fills the rivers from where it flows into the sea. The sun again hits this water. This continuous change of water on earth is called water cycle. Look at this diagram and you will understand what is called water cycle and how does it take place. See, this is water body. The sunlight is falling on this water body. It could be seas or oceans or pond. Okay. After water is being heated up, it goes up. And this process is called evaporation, as we have learned just before. Here, when it goes up and up, this water vapor cools down and form clouds. When these clouds gather more and more water vapor and becomes cool, then they form water droplets, and these water droplets when become heavy and cannot hold any longer, they fall in the form of rain. Okay, and this rain comes down on the earth again. See, some places, look at this picture. This is a picture of a hill or mountain, whatever it is. So naturally the height will be very high. There, when this water droplets in the form of rain falls, they freeze as snow, or sometimes you will find them as or ice. So this water in the form of rain falls on seas, oceans, lakes, and some water sifts into the ground. It goes into the ground. Some water that gets frozen on the highland melts down when the sun rises again, and they again flow into the seas or river. So this whole process is called water cycle. Now, did you understand how the water cycle takes place on earth? Good. Children, can we live without water? No. No living being can live on earth without water. So, water is very precious to all living things on this planet. And therefore, we should take care of water, make use of them, maximum use them consciously, and we should not waste water. In the next video, we will learn about atmosphere. Thank you.